The boring major class made my college life boring. Professor Rachel's human relations class was popular with students. She looked normal, but her mature beauty was attractive. When I sit in the front and listen to a lecture, the professor's nipple becomes hard on the outside of the dress. The fact that the outline used to stand out piqued my curiosity. One day, as usual, everyone left the classroom after class. I sat in a chair without going out. The professor was also organizing something in the podium. After hesitating, I approached the professor and talked to her. "Professor, I need to talk to you for a moment.
What could it be?
I think we're going to be talking a little long. Please give me a moment."
Then how about a nearby cafe?
After ordering coffee, I mainly shared my thoughts on classes and opinions on better classes. The professor seemed impressed that an ordinary student offered a very thoughtful opinion about the class. She nodded or laughed and continued to chat without knowing the passage of time. Actually, I was busy smelling the fragrant cosmetics that the professor gave me. Maybe it's about 10 p.m.? It was time to part ways. The streets were bright with neon signs, and the appearance of lovers easily stood out. It was an atmosphere in which ordinary people would be excited enough. The professor said to me, "Who was going to say hello and turn around?"
Wait a minute.
I slowly approached the professor, who couldn't speak anymore, and looked at me. I grabbed the professor's wrist and said, "Professor, let's walk for a while." The professor walked silently for a long time as I led her with her head slightly lowered. I headed to my own room nearby. The professor followed me in, holding my hand tightly. I approached slowly and hugged the professor tightly. I kissed the slightly trembling professor's neck and slowly peeled off her clothes. The professor groaned instinctively, and the defenseless professor left her whole body to me. She looked a little sick at first. Soon, she became a face that felt ecstatic, and soon after, we reached our peak together. That's how we've become a pleasure for each other.